Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video guys, I'm going to talk on the topic called simultaneous exponential equations. And in the course of this tutorial guys, I have 5 different example questions that I'm going to share with you on how you can solve them. And you can use this method I'm going to share with you to solve other simultaneous exponential equations. So right here guys, let's get started. So we have the first question right here that says solve for x and y. We have 2 raised to the power of x plus 2 power y equals to 12 as equation 1, and 2 power x minus 2 power y equals to 4 as the second equation. So right here guys, the first thing you want to do is to simply add the two equations. So you want to simply add in the two equations, and we have it to be 2 power x plus 2 power y plus 2 power x minus 2 power y equals to 12 plus 4. So when we simply expand this, we have 2 power x plus 2 power y plus 2 power x minus 2 power y equals to 12 plus 4 is 16. So this and this is going to give us 2 into 2 power x, then plus 2 power y minus 2 power y is equals to 0, which is equals to 16. So right here guys, all we have to do is to divide both sides by 2. So we simply divide both sides by 2, and we are going to have this to be 2 over 2 dot power x equals to 16 over 2. So this is going to cancel this, and we have 2 power x is equals to 8. So this is the first one right here, and recall that 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2, which is equals to 2 raised to the power of 3. So therefore, 2 power x is equals to 2 power 3. Now, since the bases are the same, all we need to do is to equate the exponents, and this implies that x is equals to 3. So that is it, we have been able to get solve for x. Now, in order for us to solve for y, all we want to do is to subtract the two equations. So subtract the two equations to solve for y. So we have this to be 2 power x plus 2 power y minus 2 power x minus 2 power y is equals to 12 minus 4. Alright, now if we're going to open up this brackets, we have 2 power x plus 2 power y. This multiplies, we have minus 2 power x. This times this, we're going to have plus 2 power y equals to 12 minus 4 is going to give us 8. So we have 2 power x minus 2 power x is going to give us 0. And we have this to be 2 dot 2 power y is equals to 8. So all we want to do is to divide both sides by 2. So dividing both sides by 2, we are going to have this right here. And 2 here is going to cancel up this. And this implies that 2 power y is equals to 8 divided 2 is 4. But 4 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 2. So therefore we have 2 power y is equals to 2 raised to the power of 2. Now since the bases are the same, all we want to do is to equate the exponents. So therefore we have y is equals to 2. So from this right here, x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 2. Sorry, x is equals to 3 and y is equals to 2, and this is the answer. So guys, this is how you can solve a simultaneous exponential equation. So right here guys, let's take a look at the next example question. Alright, so guys, let's start with this. So the first thing we want to do, let's simply name our equation. We are going to call this equation 1, and we are going to call this equation 2. So right here guys, what we want to do is say, let A represent 2 raised to the power of x, and let B represent 3 raised to the power of y. Okay, and if we have this, then we can simply rewrite equation 1 and 2 to be a plus b equals to 9, since a is representing 2x and b is representing 3 power y. And we can call this equation 3 right here. But in equation 2, 2 raised to the power of x plus 2 can be written as 2 raised to the power of x dot 2 raised to the power of 2, and 3 raised to the power of y plus 1 can be written as 3 raised to the power of y multiplied 3 raised to the power of 1. So therefore, equation 2 can be written as Equation 2 right now can be written as 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4, so we can call this 4a minus 3b is equals to 8, and we are going to name this equation 4. Alright guys, I hope this is clear right here. So once we have our equation 3 and 4, let's bring out our equations. So the equations we have right now are a plus b equals to 9, which is equation 3, and we have 4a minus 3b equals to 8, which is equation 4. Alright, so we want to simply make use of this method called the elimination method. So making use of the elimination method, all we want to do is to multiply equation 3 by 3 and multiply equation 4 by 1. And if we do this, we are going to have this to be 3a plus 3b is equals to 9 times 3 is going to give us 27. And equation 4 is going to become 4a minus 3b is equals to 8. So we're going to add them together right here. So if we add them up, we have 3a plus 4a is going to give us, it's going to give us 7a. Then 3b plus minus 3b is going to give us 0. So this is going to equal to 27 plus 8 is going to give us 35. So divide both sides by 7. We have a is equals to 5. So already I have a equals to 5. So the next thing we want to do is to simply substitute a equals to 5 into equation 3 for b. So if we do that right here, we have equation 3 to be a plus b equals to 9, and a is equals to 5, so we have 5 plus b is equals to 9. So b is equals to 9 minus 5, and b is equals to 4. Alright, so we have this. But remember that, let's say recall that a is equals to 2x and b is equals to what? 3y. Alright, and a right here we have it to be 5, so we have 5 is equals to 2x, and for b is equals to 4, and we have this to be 4 is equals to 3y. Alright, now from the logarithmic conversion right here, we have that if ax is equals to b, then this implies that x is equals to a log b. So from the logarithmic conversion, which is this, we have that x is equals to log 5 and b is equal to log 4. Alright guys, and this is the answer to this question. So let's take a look at the next example question. Alright, so guys, we have this question right here that says solve for x and y. 2x plus 1 plus 2y minus 1 is equals to 10, and 2 raised to the power of x plus 1 minus 2 raised to the power of y minus 1 is equals to 6. So the first thing guys we're going to do is to simply add the two equations. So let's simply add in the two equations. We have this to be 2x plus 1 plus 2 raised to the power of y minus 1 plus 2x plus 1 minus 2 power y minus y is equals to 6. Alright, so when we have this right here, if we simply add this up, we're going to have it to be 2 multiply 2x plus 1, that is this plus this is going to give us this, and plus 2 raised to the power of y minus 1 minus this is going to give us 0. And sorry, right here, we're going to have this to be 10 plus 6, and this is equals to 16. Alright, so when we have this, we are going to divide both sides by 2, and if we do that, we have this to be 2x plus 1 is equals to 16 divided 2 is going to give us 8. But 8, it can be written as 2 times 2 times 2, which is equals to 2 raised to the power of 3. And 2x plus 1 is equals to 2 raised to the power of 3. Now, since the bases are the same, we want to simply equate the exponents. So equate the exponents. So if we equate the exponents, we are going to have x plus 1 is equals to 3, and x is equals to 3 minus 1, and x is equals to 2. Alright, so I've been able to have the value for x. Then for y, what we want to do is to subtract the two equations for y. So subtract the two equations for y. We have this to be 2 power x minus x plus 1 plus 2y minus 1 minus 2x plus 1 minus 2y minus 1 is equals to 10 minus 6. Alright, doing this, we're going to have 2 into 2y minus 1. If we simply expand this, and this is going to give us 10 minus 6 is 4. So dividing both sides by 2, we have 2y minus 1 is equals to 2. 4 over 2 is 2, and this is the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 1. Now, since the bases are the same, we all we want to do is to equate the exponents, and we're going to have this to be y minus 1 is equal to 1, and that implies y is equals to 1 plus 1, and y is equals to 2. So therefore, x is equals to 2, and y is equals to 2. So that is it for this particular question right here. So guys, let's solve in the next example we do have right here. Alright, so we have this question right here. So the first thing we want to do, we want to name our equation. We call this equation 1 and we call this equation 2. But we can simply rewrite our equation. We can rewrite equation 1, especially 125 as a power of 5. So doing that right here, so I'm going to do this right here by saying from equation 1, 125 as a power of 5 means 5 raised to the power of 3. Okay, so that means from equation 1, we have this to be 5 raised to the power of 2x multiply 5 raised to the power of y is equals to 5 raised to the power of 3. But from the multiplication rule, we have that 5 raised to the power of 2x plus y, applying multiplication rule, is equals to 5 raised to the power of 3. Okay, and if we do that right here, since the bases are the same, we can easily equate the power. So equating the power, we have this to be 2x plus y is equals to 3, and we're going to name this equation 3. Alright, then from equation 2 right here, from equation 2, 2 raised to the power of 4x divides 2 raised to the power of 2y can be written as 2 raised to the power of 4x minus 2y following the division rule, and 16 negative 1 can be written as 1 over 16. But 16 can be written as 2 raised to the power of 4, and this becomes 2 raised to the power of negative 4. So therefore, we have this from equation 2. We have it to be 2 raised to the power of 4x minus 2y is equals to 2 raised to the power of negative 4. Now, since the bases are the same, we want to simply equate the exponents, and this is going to become 4x minus 2y is equals to minus 4. And we are going to call this equation 4. So therefore, we have equation 3 and 4. So we are going to say from equation 3 and 4, which is going to be, we have this to be 2x plus y equals to 3. And we have 4x minus 2y is equals to minus 1. This is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Using the elimination method, you multiply equation 3 by 2 and multiply equation 4 by 1. And if we do that, we're going to have this to be 4x plus 2y is equals to 6. And we have this to be 4x minus 2y is equals to negative 4. Alright, so we simply add the both of the equation. We have 4x plus 4x is going to give us 8x. 2y plus minus 2y is going to give us 0, which is equal to 6 plus minus 4 is going to give us 2. Now, dividing both sides by 8, we have this to be x is equals to 1 over 4. Now, all we want to do is to simply substitute x equal to 1 over 4 into equation 3 for y. Alright? Now, if we do that, we're going to have 2x plus y is equals to 3. Then x is all over 1 over 4 plus y is equals to 3. So this 2 here is 2 and 2 here is 1. So we have 1 over 2 plus y is equals to 3. Okay? Now we have y is equals to 3 minus 1 over 2. And the LCM of this is 2. This can be written as 3 over 1. So 1 into 2 is going to give us 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Minus 2 into 2, 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And we have this to be 5 over 2. So therefore, x is equals to 1 over 4. and y is equals to 5 over 2. And this is our answer. So guys, let's take a look at the last question, which says this. So guys, how do we solve a question that looks exactly like this right here? So the first thing guys you want to do is say 2 be equals to 5 raised to the power of 2x and v be equals to 3 raised to the power of x. So if we write this, we can easily rewrite the system of equation, and this is going to become, the first equation can be written as u plus 2v is equals to 19, and we're going to call this equation 1. And the second equation can be written as 2u minus 3v, which is equals to minus 25, and this we're going to call this equation 2. And once we do that right here, all we want to do is to simply multiply the first equation by 2 and multiply the second equation by 1. So that's what we're going to do right here. And once we do that, we're going to have this to be 2 times 2, we have 2u plus 2 times 2v, 4v is equals to 19 times 2 is going to give us 32. And multiplying equation 2 by 1, we have 1 times 2u, 2u, minus 1 times 3v is 3v is equals to 1 times minus 25 is equals to minus 25. So subtracting the both equation, 2u minus 2 is going to give us 0. Now plus 4v minus 3v is going to give us 7v is equals to 38 minus 25 is going to give us 63. Now dividing both sides by 7, v is equals to 9. Alright, so if v is equals to 9 right here, the next thing we want to do is to simply substitute v equals to 9 into equation 1 for u. Alright, so we have this to be u plus 2v is equals to 19. So u plus 2 into 9 is equals to 19. U plus 2 times 9, 18 is equals to 19, and u is equals to 19 minus 18, which is equals to 1. So but recall that u is equals to 5 raised to the power of 2x and v is equals to 3 raised to the power of x. But u is equals to 1, so we have 1 is equals to 5 raised to the power of 2x and v is equals to 9, 9 is equals to 3 raised to the power of x. Okay, and once we have this right here, we all know that from the zero exponential rule, we know that a naught is equals to 1. Alright, so in this case, we know that a naught is equals to 1, which simply implies that this is the same thing as 5 raised to the power of 0 is equals to 5 raised to the power of 2x. And 9 can be written as 3 squared equals to 3 raised to the power of x. So since the bases are the same, all we want to do is to equate the exponent. So we have 0 is equals to 2x, and right here, equating the exponent, 2 is equals to x. Now dividing both sides by 2 right here, x is equals to 0 and x is equals to 2. So right here guys, this is our answer.